Hey, welcome back. It's Jason Walter here. Due to this devastating hurricane we had in Florida, Hurricane Ian, CoreLogic is estimating that estimated losses here are going to be in the range of $28 billion to $47 billion for losses due to this hurricane here that we had in Florida. My hearts go out to you guys if you guys live in Florida or if you guys have any family in that area. So in today's video, I actually want to talk about our housing markets, and some of these areas that have been impacted by this hurricane here greatly have been on Cape Coral, Florida, Orlando, Florida, as well as Naples, Florida as well. So in today's video, I'm going to share the latest housing market trends for these particular cities here and give you my honest feedback regarding how it's going to be impacting our housing market due to this devastation from this hurricane here, and also what's expected in the months ahead. So let's first talk about the latest housing market trends in Cape Coral, Florida, and then I'll talk about Orlando and then Naples. And I'll make a separate video in about a month or two to see how the latest housing market trends right now have been impacted by this hurricane that has been devastating Florida here. So let's first talk about Cape Coral, Florida. So new listings are down about, 18.9% compared to the same time period in 2021. So the current levels right now for new listings is down 19% from the same time period in 2021, but we're also down compared to 2019 as well. So as you can see right here, the number of new listings in Cape Coral, Florida have been more or less declining ever since the 4 weeks ending April 24th of this year. So down about 19% year over year. But let's have a look at pending home sales in Cape Coral, Florida as well. So pending home sales are down, look at that, down 41.5% from 2021. Pretty eye-opening there, wow. So new listings are down ever since more or less March of this year, but we're seeing a lot less contracts being signed between home buyers and home sellers right now. And I'm guessing that the trends that are going to be changing here in the weeks and months ahead is we're going to see a big decrease of pending home sales, a decrease of closed home sales, obviously a decrease of home showings across Florida as well. But also we're going to be seeing a lot more canceled contracts as well, because if we have a house that's in contract with a home buyer or a house that's actually listed for sale that has hurricane damage now, of course, it's going to delay the home sale, and also it's going to cause a lot of home buyers and home sellers to cancel their contracts here. So pending home sales are down about 41% from 1 year ago. So I'm guessing the number of active listings have been shooting up greatly. And yeah, look at that, up 55.69%. So they have approximately 56% more houses listed for sale right now compared to 2021. Also, according to altosresearch.com, the share of price reductions in Cape Coral, Florida is at 53.7%, which is absolutely insane because this is far above levels back in March 11th of this year when the share was only 17%. Now it's 53.7%. 1 year ago, it was 28.9%. Back in 2020, it was only 20%. And pre-COVID, back in 2019, it was just under 39%. So the share of price reductions right now is at least a 3-year high in Cape Coral, Florida. In regards to home prices in the city here, look at this, because on a year-over-year basis, home prices are still up 18% from 1 year ago. The median sold price is $385,000, but that's actually lower compared to the peak, which is the 4 weeks ending June 12th of this year, when the median sold price was $421,000. Now it's only $385,000. But look at that. In the peak, the median sold price was up 30% from 2021. Absolutely insane. Now it's only up 18%. Back in 2021 at this time, the median sold price was up 25%. Look at this though, because $385,000, the median sold price, back in 2019 at this time, the median sold price was approximately $234,000. So in 3 years, the median sold price went from $234,000 now all the way up to $385,000. And meanwhile, the average sale to list price ratio in Cape Coral, Florida is only 98%, meaning on average, home sellers are selling their houses for 2% less than their asking price, which is much less than the 4 weeks ending April 3rd this year, when home sellers were selling their houses for 1% over their asking price. Another area that has been impacted greatly by this hurricane here is Orlando, Florida as well. So new listings right now are down 13.2% from 2021, from the same time period in 2021. So we're seeing fewer new listings hitting the market in Orlando, Florida, especially compared to 1 year ago, but also right here. So for the 4 weeks ending July 3rd of this year, we were actually up 15%. Now we're down by a 13% on a year-over-year basis now. So we're seeing fewer new listings hitting the market, and I anticipate in the weeks and months ahead that the number of new listings is actually going to be decreasing greatly due to this hurricane that has been devastating Florida now. But as of right now, new listings are down 13% year over year. Let's look at pending home sales, because pendings are down 28.42%. From last year, approaching 2019's levels as well. So down 28%. So let's have a look at active listings though, because we're seeing a huge pullback in home buying demand because we're not seeing enough contracts being signed. So have a look at this, because we have a 40% decrease in the number of active listings in Orlando, Florida. And even though we're seeing 40% more houses listed for sale, we're seeing a huge pullback in pending home sales, which is telling me that home buying demand is decreasing greatly in Orlando, Florida. Let's look at price drops in Orlando though, because according to altosresearch.com, the share of price drops right now is 51%. So more houses listed for sale right now have had price reductions than have not, which is pretty astonishing. So about 5 of every 10 houses listed for sale in Orlando right now have had price reductions. Compare that to March 11th, the share was only 17%. Right now it's at 51%. 1 year ago, the share was approximately 37%. 2020, it was 37% as well, or 36%. And pre-COVID back in 2019, it was 46%. So right now, the levels we have for price reductions is also at least a 3-year high in Orlando, Florida. And let's change gears slightly and talk about home prices in Orlando though. So the median sold price in Orlando is up 17% year over year. Again, historically speaking, home prices tend to increase in the range of 3 to 6%, and of course, not 17%, which is absolutely insane. Compare this to last year, though, we were up 19%. In 2019, only up 6%, much more normal for annual home price gains. So the median sold price right now is 17% gain at $392,000. Has been decreasing more or less ever since the 4 weeks period ending in the middle of June here, June 19th, when the median sold price was $402,000. And at that time, home prices were increasing by 24% from last year. Also, here's the average sale to list price ratio right now. The ratio is about 98%, on par with what we're seeing in Cape Coral, Florida. Houses selling about 2% on average less than the asking price. But this is drastically different compared to the spring months when the share was over 100%, around 101%. And lastly, let me give you an update regarding Naples, Florida right now, because new listings, look at this, down greatly, down 43% from 2021. This is going to be really interesting to look to see what this looks like in about a month or two from now, because the number of new listings should be decreasing greatly in the weeks and months ahead due to this hurricane we've had in Florida now. But down by 43%, and the number of new listings have been decreasing ever since more or less March and April this year. So down big time, down 43%. All right, so let's have a look at pending home sales when a home seller accepts an offer from a home buyer. Pending home sales, look at that. Wow. Pending home sales are down 67.84%. Wow. Down almost 68% from 2021. Wow, look at that. So a giant decrease in the number of contracts being signed in Naples, Florida, which is pretty remarkable. Let's have a look at active listings though. Active listings are up about 37% from 2021 right now. What's interesting to note regarding this is that a 37% increase compared to 1 year ago is absolutely insane. It's a huge increase, but we've seen a similar increase over the past several months now, because the number of active listings has been more or less plateauing ever since the 4 weeks ending June 19th of this year. So they have approximately 2,344 houses for sale right now. Compare this to last year, they had 1,700. Also compared to 2019, they had just over 5,000 houses for sale. So the number of active listings have been increasing greatly, but not even close to being at levels compared to pre-COVID. So let's have a look at price reductions in Naples, Florida to see what's going on there. So price reductions right now is at 41.7%. Compare that to March of this year. The share was around 40%, or 20%, I should say. And right now it's at 41.7%. Last year at this time, it was approximately 25.88%. In 2021, also around 25%. and in pre-COVID back in 2019, around 32%. So let's have a look at home prices in Naples, Florida. Let's look at the median sold price, again, a lagging indicator. Right now, home prices are up 29%. Wow, 29% right now. The median sold price is at $604,000. Compare this to 2021, it was only $474,000. But look at that. 1 year ago, home prices were up by 20%. Let's look at 2019 because right now, $604,000. At this time in 2019, it was only $337,000 for the median sold price in Naples, Florida. Now it's $604,000, up by 29%. Also, the peak was up by 38% on a year-over-year basis. That is absolutely insane. And that was for the 4 weeks ending May 22nd this year, when the median sold price was $656,000. So the price gains we're seeing right now on a year-over-year basis for the entire year of 2022 have been more or less above 30%. Look at this. Right here is what, 40% right there, year-over-year gains of 40%. Absolutely insane. Every single week of this year have been gains of over 10%. So double-digit gains compared to 1 year ago for every single week this year. Let's look at the average sale to list price ratio though in Naples, Florida. So right now that ratio is 96%. So on average, home sellers selling their houses for 4% less than their asking price compared to 1% over during the 4 weeks ending April 10th of this year. So that's the latest housing market trends we have for Cape Coral, Florida, Orlando, as well as Naples, Florida. And stay tuned in about a month or two because I'll be sharing the latest housing market trends at that time to really see the impacts regarding this hurricane that hit Florida here. So please comment below your biggest takeaways from today's video. Also, if you guys got any value of this video whatsoever, then please hit the like button. I greatly appreciate that. Hope you guys have an awesome day and look forward to seeing you on the next video.